Hello, everyone. This is Ron, and I'm back with you with another episode of Empire Coins and Collectibles. We've been talking about Buffalo Nickles, and guess what I did? Well, if you haven't watched the previous episode, you probably don't know. I went out and procured a roll of Brilliant Uncirculated Buffaloes. At least that's what they're supposed to be. I haven't really smoked over the tube that I bought yet, but I bought 39 of those beautiful coins. We'll take a look at them in just a moment. Happy New Year. Yes, we're getting ready to start a new year, 2023. My question to you is, what are your Happy New Year goals and objectives? What are you setting forth in front of you that you want to accomplish this next year in terms of coin collecting? If you could, drop a note down below and let me know what your goals are in terms of your collection, of what you would like to see, what you would like to find, what you would like to add to your collection. I'll tell you what mine is. I hope this next roll of Buffalo Nickles turns out to be something worth having. In other words, something worth money. But here's a caution. Never collect based on investing from the standpoint that you're going to buy something thinking it's going to be worth more tomorrow. Buy it because you like it. Buy it because you're interested in it. All right, before we get started with the backstory, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. That will help us grow the channel. So what is the backstory? Yes, I told you I bought a Brilliant Uncirculated roll of 39 Buffalo Nickles. Brilliant Uncirculated, supposedly. Now, it wasn't really a roll. It is a tube of 39 Buffalo Nickles. But I didn't intend to buy it when I went to the local coin shop. I went to buy silver. Silver's been going up, and I do have a small collection of silver coins, and silver bars, and silver rounds. So I'd gone there to add to my stack, so to speak. But unfortunately, before I got over to the section of where the silver was, I saw all these rolls of coins. And so I stopped and began looking through those rolls and the individual coins laid out trays. And I bought some very interesting coins. I'll share with those a little bit later in a different episode. And while I was searching through, isolating the Buffalo Nickles, my friend came over who owns the shop, Larry, and he says, hey, I've got this roll of Brilliant Uncirculated Buffalo Nickles. I've already sold one out of them. I sold it for $25. Would you be interested in the balance for $15 a piece? So I said, well, sure, bring them over and let me take a look first. And he brought them over, and I pulled the first 2 or 3 coins out of the roll to make sure that I thought they were Brilliant Uncirculated, and they certainly looked it to me. So we closed the transaction, and now I'm here in front of you sharing my find. Will it be worth the money? Maybe, at least I hope so. But before we get into the coin roll, let's actually go to a shared screen, and we'll see if we can't look at what they may be worth. All right. So what you should be doing right now, what you should be seeing is my desktop, and what you're looking at is the PCGS price guide for the different Buffalo Nickles and the different grades. So I'm going to scroll down a bit here before we get into any great detail. I'm going to go to the 1938D and the 1938S. Okay. Now, notice the D. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, but the D says, okay, a good 4 is $3. A MS60 is $30. That's interesting. Double the money right there, it sounds like, if all these are mint state Brilliant Uncirculated. But if we go to MS63, the 38D is $40. The 64 is $50. And if I get any MS65s, according to the PCGS price guide, those are $75 per coin. Hey, I'd like that. I mean, that would be a real fine for me. What that means is I would have to spend the money to get them certified. And it would probably cost me anywhere from $20, $25 per coin to get them certified. So I have to be certain that they'd be at least an MS65 in order for me to make a little money on them if I decided to sell. Remember, the motto is keep the best and sell the rest. So what I would do is perhaps send all 39 in to be certified, and then keep the best out of those that have been certified. Hopefully a 67, 68, that would be my dream, right? And we'll get to that in just a moment, and sell the rest to pay for the collection that, or the roll that I bought. So let's look at the higher grades. MS38D, a 66 would be $100, 68 plus would be $180 per coin. A 67 is $285 and $950 for the plus. Yeah, we're getting into some real money. Well, what about a 68? A 68 is $8,250. A 68 plus is, see that little green number there? It's $30,000 for the coin. Of course, that's dream territory. Hey, that would be my New Year's goal, right? Is to have one of these coins certified and they'd come out as an MS68 plus. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Well, I wanted to share this with you so that you could see the significance of finding the brilliant uncirculated coins and see what their mint state might be after having them graded. One can make a lot of money, and people are doing that every day. Okay, now I don't believe there's any 38S's in there because they didn't make them that year. However, there could be a D over S and there could be a D over D. And you can look at these. They sell pretty significantly for an MS65, $200 and $125. And for the MS68, we're looking at $25,000 to $37,500. So it's a treasure hunt, no doubt about it. Am I interested in the Buffalo Nickles? Yes. Do I want to add those pristine, brilliant, uncirculated items to my collection? Absolutely. So let's go ahead and stop the share and take a look at the coins. So I'm going to switch now to the tray where the tube is. So bear with me. And we're only going to do probably 5 coins. And I don't want to drag this out. We'll do 5 coins on air, maybe 5 more coins, depending on how it goes. And then I'll search the rest outside of an episode, and I'll bring the best back to you in a wrap-up episode. Okay, so you're looking at these coins. I've got the pencil, the ink pen here to keep it from rolling downhill. And one of these have already sold to a lucky individual at the coin shop that came and visited the coin shop. So there's only 39 in here. So these are the 5. Oh, goodness. If they were brilliant uncirculated, now they're scarred up. I told you I dropped things. So I'm going to pick it up with my gloved hand, the first nickel, if I can grab a hold of it, and we're going to put it under the coin microscope. Will it focus? You can see a little bit of color there. This is not focusing. I'm going to grab it by the edge and maybe put the light on the back side. Okay, it's not going to focus. So I'm going to put it under the coin microscope. We're going to raise it up and we're going to see what we see. So bear with me. I'll switch over to the coin microscope. Okay, there it is. We're going to focus it, coming down a bit. That's brilliant. We're going to bring the light in on it. Now, obviously, this is not exactly what I would say is a home run. And why is that? Well, we've got some scratches right there and off the nose. But I got to tell you, the detail is great. Look at that 1938. Look at this field here. There's some markings right there, and there's some markings over here. There's some color. If you could see this in person, it's a purplish blue color right up in here. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, let's flip it over. We're going to be looking at the buffalo now. It's a D, of course. And I'm going to bring it down just a bit. And the fields look really good. Look at that. The back fields, don't see a lot of scuffing or anything like that. Nice and clean and sharp. Look at that 5 cents D. Just a gorgeous coin. Is this an MS-60? Absolutely. Is it a 63 or a 65? Probably. So I'm making money if I choose to sell these after I've certified them. Okay. So beautiful. That was coin number 1. Let's go to coin number 2. So this is Buffalo nickel coin number 2. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Wow. Look at the backfield. Do you guys see any blemishes here? Look at that. Now there's something right in there maybe, and I think this part on the neck is part of the die because I've seen it in several coins on the 38D. But this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at those fields. I would say conservatively from my perspective, and I'm not a professional coin grader, but this on this side looks like an MS-65, 66, maybe even a little better. Gorgeous. Let's flip it over. Here's the buffalo. Look at that toning. Wow. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I can move the light around. You see the toning a little bit. It's got a yellow bluish haze to it. Look how clean those backfields are. Wow. This coin is certainly a keeper. And will it have a chance of making a very high grade once it's graded out as an MS-65, 66, or 67? Quite possibly. Again, I'm not a grader, but I know that any little ding on the face of the coin is going to subtract from the grade. But this is just absolutely magnificent. Okay, so that's coin number 2. Certainly a keeper. Let's go to coin number 3. This is coin number 3. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Let me adjust this light. Now, I'm not sure, is this hair marking? But look at the backfields, the background. A little bit there, that would detract from it. This is not as good as the second coin. The third coin isn't. And I'm going to separate that first coin, put it up here on the high side. But still, it's a beautiful coin and probably would grade out 64, at least I'm hoping 65. Let's flip it over. Here's the buffalo side. Beautiful coin. Now I got a little tick right there. Let's go down on that mint mark. Something's going on with that mint mark. Would be wonderful if it's a D over S or a D over D. So I'm going down, getting a closer look. Looks like a D over D. Do you see that right there? Let me go down a little further. And by the way, before we go, look how clean the fields are. There's a little scuffing there. So I'm going down to get a real close look at the mint mark. Let's see what we can see now. Oh yeah, that is a D over D. Wow. Do you see that tip of the D underneath the top tip, and then it sneaks out down here? That's fantastic. So that's an a variety of a die. I'm thrilled with that. Okay, so we're going to take this back up for the next coin. So I'm going to set that up I'll card these coins so that we're able to keep up with what's what as I look at them for each episode. This is a real gem here. D over D. Wow. Okay. Just a gorgeous coin. Okay, we're going to go to the next coin. So this is coin number 4 of the 5 coins that we're looking at. Holy mackerel. Woo! Look at this one. Let me move it up a bit so you get a clear view of everything. Isn't that gorgeous? Come down just a bit. Look at that sheen on it. Original mint luster. I think that's what that's called. Something may be up in here a bit, might detract from it, but still, it's a gorgeous coin. Yeah, you can see right there by the nose. So that is not going to grade out as high, maybe 61, 62, but still it's a gorgeous coin. All right, we're going to flip it over and see if this is another 38D over D. Oh, unfortunately, look at that. Does everybody see what I'm looking at? Shame, shame, shame. Whoever owned this tube of Buffalo Nickles handled it with their bare hands. Look at this fingerprint right there. That's not a zebra buffalo, by the way. That's a fingerprint. I am stunned that somebody would do this with this brilliant uncirculated coin, and that really detracts from the value. That's so sad. It's a beautiful coin. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be a 61, 62 with that fingerprint on it. Certainly it is uncirculated. It is uncirculated. I'm just trying to get it a little lower so that we can look at that D. That's another D over D. You can see it. See that D? And see that D right there? Wow. And look at that fingerprint. Gosh darn it. But that's how it goes. Some people just are very careless with the coins. Very careless with the coins. Okay. I believe this is the last coin, and I think it's going to be a beautiful coin. I think this is one of the first ones that I looked at. Okay, let me bring it up. Now, I believe when they grade the coins, don't they go no higher in magnification than times 10? I'll have to go back out on site and read through that. Look at that beauty. Now there's a small, I don't know if that's a scratch or what, but that's what it looks like. But look at all the backfield here. Look at all that. Isn't that gorgeous? 1938. Wow. These are just the first 5. Let me flip it over. Okay. I'm telling you, when you look at the backfield, it's just gorgeous here. But look right there. There's a scratch right through there. That's unfortunate. So that scratch, maybe 64, 65. But look at the backfield. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Let's look at the D right quick before we do a wrap up. Now you can't, this light, this white light just doesn't do justice to the color of that buffalo. That buffalo has blues and yellows in it. I'm not sure what type of mint mark this is, but we're going to go down and check it. So bear with me while we scope in, and then we'll bring it back into focus. So are you seeing anything in there? Let me loosen this up just a little bit. We'll go down a little bit lower. And we'll bring it back into focus. I'm thinking that's a high D because it's encroaching upon the E, but I'm thinking there's a hint of a D underneath this. You guys see that? Let's go just a little bit lower. We'll have to reposition the lights. No, I don't think we need to. I think you can see that tip of that D under the first D. It's gorgeous, though. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, what we're going to do is take this coin, we'll change cameras, and we'll do the wrap up. So how'd I do for the first 5 coins? Not bad. Those are beautiful coins, and I'm just going to show these right here. I'm putting the best 2 on the, I guess that would be your left. So I'm arranging them on the tray. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Let's go to the tray right quick. So the question is, would I send these in to Annex? Yes, I would. I certainly would. I would hope to get on a couple of them, these 2 right here. Take my glove off now. These 2 right here. I would hope to get 65s at least on them. So let's do something else before we close this up. Let's go ahead and share the screen again. Go back to PCGS's website. And if I look at the 38D over D, let's say that's a 65, that's a $125 coin. If it's not a 65 but a 64, it's a $75 coin. If it's a 64 plus, it's a $90. So that's pretty cool. If we go and look at the 38D, if it's a 64, it's a $50. If it's a 65, it's a $75. So I'm really hoping that those 2 that were on your left would be somewhere in the 65 to 66 grade level, and stretching one of them might be stretched to a 67, might. Then that's some real money. That's some real money. Okay, excellent coins. Will I make any money on them when I choose to sell those that I don't keep? Probably. At the very least, I should be able to pay for what all the coins cost me. And I might get 3 or 4 of them that I can add to my collection as graded examples of 65, 66, and 67. That would be my hope. All right, guys and gals, what do you think? Leave a question or comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If I missed anything, please point them out. Number the coins 1 through 5, and I'll be able to go directly back and look at them. And with that, my friends, please be careful out there. Have a happy new year. And please remember also, if you're not out there looking, you're not finding. All the best.